Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will find out celeb divorces that lasted far too long. But before we begin, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. It's been a whirlwind decade for high-profile celebrity divorces, with Hollywood's elite golden couples breaking the hearts of millions upon going their separate ways. In some cases, these celebrities' dissolving marriages created a buzz and protracted court battles that lasted longer than their unions and served up plenty of fodder for gossip blogs and mags. They also generated their pop culture lexicon, which terms as conscious uncoupling, TomKat and Bennifer entering and exiting the vernacular, and the all-too-familiar irreconcilable differences popping up in nearly every divorce petition. Here is a list of celeb divorces that lasted far too long. Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom, 2013. The two dated for a month and were married for 4 years. Then Kardashian filed to end her marriage to Odom after the former NBA star's struggles with drugs and women got to be too much. But 2 years later, after he almost died at the Nevada brothel and was looking at the long rehabilitation, they retracted the divorce papers, which had been stuck awaiting a judge's signature. The divorce was eventually finalized at the end of 2016. How they moved on. Kardashian had a daughter with basketball player Tristan Thompson in 2018, then broke up with him this year amid a cheating scandal involving half-sister Kylie Jenner's former best friend. Odom, who had a couple of relapses after his 2016 trip to rehab, got engaged in November to health and life coach Sabrina Parr after 3 months of dating. Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin, 2014. Paltrow and Martin's split introduced the widely panned term conscious uncoupling to millions. The Oscar winner and Coldplay frontman announced their unorthodox split after more than 10 years of marriage on Paltrow's website Goop in a very goopy way. "We have always conducted our relationship privately, and we hope that as we consciously uncouple and co-parent, we will be able to continue in the same manner." How they've moved on. The two remain publicly amicable, even sibling-like, as they co-parent daughter Apple and son Moses. He's since dated a bevy of stars, including actresses Jennifer Lawrence and Dakota Johnson. And she married Glee and the politician showrunner Brad Falchuk in 2018. Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey, 2014. They of the repeated over-the-top vow renewal spectaculars went their separate ways in 2014. The Grammy-winning songstress and the former America's Got Talent host wed in the Bahamas on April 30th, 2008, weeks after they started dating. Exactly 3 years later, they welcomed them babies, twins Moroccan and Monroe. How they moved on. The Queen of Christmas is busy setting all kinds of Guinness World Records. She was also briefly engaged to billionaire James Packer. He seemingly hasn't moved on too much, publicly professing his love for his ex-fiancée this year by saying that he'd only ever remarry his dream girl Carrie. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, 2015. The picture-perfect Daredevil co-stars announced their split nearly 10 years after tying the knot. The actors, who are parents to daughters Violet and Serafina and son Sam, had been separated long before a nanny scandal erupted and questions about Affleck's sobriety surfaced. Garner has continued to help the Justice League actor through a few stints in rehab. They've remained amicable even when she infamously shaded him in a 2016 Vanity Fair interview, saying, "When his sun shines on you, you feel it, but when the sun is shining elsewhere, it's cold. He can cast quite a shadow." How they've moved on. Garner keeps endearing the at-home cooks with her pretend cooking show on Instagram and has been linked to businessman John Miller since 2018. Affleck has dated Saturday Night Live producer Lindsay Showkiss on and off. Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert, 2015. It was the abrupt and unexpected divorce that shook the country music community to its boots, and the Twitterverse that had grown accustomed to the longtime couple, married for 4 years, playfully shutting down tabloid rumors about their relationship online. Many questioned if love was even real after this split and pointed fingers at a bevy of unsubstantiated cheating rumors. How they moved on. Mama's and Papa's broken heart didn't last all that long. Shelton quickly began dating his The Voice co-star Gwen Stefani, who is also going through a high-profile split and is still dating her. Lambert secretly married NYPD officer Brendan McClellan in early 2019. Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson, 2010. Before he became Deadpool and she embodied Black Widow, the super pair was married for just over 2 years. They announced their split in 2010 after rumors they'd grown apart. Their joint statement even bore some of Reynolds' signature wit. While privacy isn't expected, it's certainly appreciated. How they moved on. They both remarried with kids, and Johansson divorced again. Baby daddy Romain Doriak in 2014. Reynolds married actress Blake Lively, with whom he co-starred in 2011's Green Lantern, and they have 3 daughters. Johansson is engaged to Saturday Night Live's Colin Jost. Jess James and Sandra Bullock, 2010. Coming off her triumphant Oscar win, Bullock learned that her reality star husband of 5 years had cheated on her with multiple women. She stayed essentially admirably silent during the scandal and filed for a don't mess with Texas child divorce that was finalized in only 60 days. How they've moved on. James got engaged to tattoo artist Kat Von D, but they called off the wedding, and he's since married his 4th wife. Bullock has adopted a son and a daughter, was nominated for a 2nd Oscar, and is in a relationship with photographer Brian Randall. Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore, 2011. On the weekend of their 6th anniversary, Moore premiered a new movie in New York, and Kutcher, her 15 years younger husband, cheated on her in San Diego. Moore announced the next month that they were divorcing. The split was finalized in late 2013, with him paying her a bit more than was legally required. How they moved on. Kutcher married his That 70s Show co-star Mila Kunis in 2015 and now has 2 kids. In September, Moore, who released a buzzed-about memoir this year, told WSJ Magazine, "I'm focusing on my relationship with myself." Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez, 2011. The Latin pop power couple married in 2004 and reportedly clashed over personal and professional issues before announcing their split in 2011. However, they've remained amicable in the public eye as they co-parent twins Max and Em. How they've moved on. Their divorce wasn't finalized until 2014, which gave both stars ample time to begin other significant relationships. Anthony married model Shannon De Lima in 2014 and divorced her in 2017. The Hustler star dated former backup dancer Casper Smart on and off and is now engaged to baseball legend Alex Rodriguez. Kris Humphries and Kim Kardashian, 2011. Kardashian's marriage to NBA player Humphries, her 2nd partnership, came and went in 2011, lasting only 72 days. Humphries accused Kardashian of fraud and wanted an annulment, but ultimately agreed to a divorce. Finalized in 2013, the split took 8 times as long as the union. How they've moved on. While before her divorce was final, Kardashian announced she was pregnant with Kanye West's child. They married in 2014 and have 4 kids. Humphries auctioned off Kardashian's engagement ring in 2013 and announced his retirement from the NBA this year. Russell Brand and Katy Perry, 2011. Perry and Brand hit it off in September 2009. While rehearsing for the MTV Video Music Awards, they started dating, and he popped a question that New Year's Eve during a trip to India. A traditional Hindu wedding, also in India, came in October 2010, followed relatively swiftly by the couple's reported realization that they had different priorities in life. So yeah, they clashed, and she was out on her California Dreams tour for almost all of 2011. 2 years to the day after getting engaged, Brand texted Perry to say he was filing for divorce. How they've moved on. Brand declined to take any of the $44 million Perry had earned during their marriage, despite being entitled to half. In 2017, Brand married Laura Gallagher, whom he had dated on and off since 2007, and they have 2 daughters. Perry dated John Mayer and Diplo before meeting Orlando Bloom in 2016. They got engaged in February and said they would marry in December. Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise. Cruise and Holmes got engaged after dating for a whirlwind 7 weeks in 2005, then welcomed daughter Suri and had a Scientologist wedding ceremony in Italy the next year. 5.5 years later, Holmes surprised him by filing for divorce. The couple, who had a prenup, had a signed settlement 11 days later. How they've moved on. Holmes, who has returned to the Catholic Church, has primary custody of Suri and was romantically linked to Jamie Foxx on and off for 6 years. Since his 3rd divorce, Cruise has released 8 movies, with the Top Gun sequel set for 2020. Caitlyn Jenner and Kris Jenner. After more than 2 decades of marriage, the momager and the 1976 Olympic gold medalist known as Bruce Jenner announced in late 2013 that they had been living apart for a year. Their union was over. The next year, the terms of their split were set, and in early 2015, they were officially married. How they moved on. Caitlyn Jenner announced her transition in April 2015, did 2 seasons of the docuseries I Am Kate, and stayed part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians into 2017. Kris Jenner has been dating Corey Gamble, 25 years, her junior, since meeting him at the 2014 party in Ibiza, Spain. Tell us in the comment section your thoughts. That's it from today's video. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy. See you in the next video.